Illinois has an Equal Pay Act, but it doesn't cover every employer. WCIA3's Jessica Coons keeping us connected to the Capitol. She explains how a new bill could change that.
Most Illinois business owners have to pay men and women the same for doing the same job. It's something business owner Dana Homan believes strongly in.
It doesn't matter if they're, a male or a female, or if they're 60 or 16, they need to have the same pay.
And now the Illinois Equal Pay Act of 2003 could be expanding. It could make sure your paycheck looks like your co-workers, whether you work at a small business or a large company.
They were left out over a decade ago. I think we were trying to be sensitive of small businesses. And I think now, a dozen years later, it's time to embrace it fully.
Right now, the Equal Pay Act only applies to employers with 4 or more workers.
It shouldn't matter whether you've got 1 employee or 6 or 10 or 60.
But the idea does have some opponents. Senator Jim Oberweis says he isn't opposed to equal pay, but he says he hasn't seen evidence that equal pay is a problem for small employers.
With 1, it's impossible. 2, it's difficult. And 3, it's still pretty difficult. So it didn't seem to be a problem that we were really in need of correcting.
Oberweis says the bill could also cause a significant cost increase for the Department of Labor. It's in charge of equal pay investigations. But Martwick says that's just part of the process.
When you institute a policy like this, which I think is so basic to humanity, that women and men should be paid equally for the same amount of work, then government has to bear the cost.
In fact, Homan says it could help prevent future problems.
If you're not getting equal pay, then you probably do have a good case for a suit. That it shouldn't be an issue. I mean, the lawsuits shouldn't increase because if everybody's getting equal pay, then it shouldn't be a problem.
In Springfield, Jessica Coons, WCIA3, your local news leader.
The Equal Pay Act also doesn't apply to businesses that pay their employees based on seniority or merit. Under this new bill, small businesses could face fines between $500 and $5,000 for not complying. Bigger businesses could pay fines starting at $2,500.